A couple new fights in the welterweight division just got announced a couple days ago, and first up, Garry is filling in for Bilal Muhammad at UFC 310 to take on Shavkat Rakhmonov. We have two undefeated top welterweight prospects taking on each other for a number one contenders match. And no, this will not be for an interim belt, as many people thought. I even thought it'll probably be for an interim belt, but it didn't wind up becoming that. And I honestly feel like this fight's going to be super evenly matched at the start. Garry and Shavkat Rakhmonov, they're both tall. They're both very good strikers. They both have, okay, obviously Shavkat is way better wrestling, but I think that their jiu-jitsu is pretty even, if we're going to be real here. And Garry can definitely hold his own on the ground. But I do think that this being a 5-round fight is going to be huge for Shavkat Rakhmonov because the soy boy, soft belly, vegan diet Garry is going to crumble in the 4th and 5th rounds. Okay? This fight's going to be very, very even at first. I think it's going to be a great fight. First, second, third round, it's going to be a dogfight. All right, but I think after that, Shavkat's really going to start to take over in the 4th and 5th. Garry is going to start crumpling, he's going to start wilting, and he's going to realize, wow, eating those lentils for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and those raisins are not going to help me fight this and win this fight against Shavkat. Shavkat is an absolute dog, all right? And his soy boy vegan diet, that's what it's going to come down to. I know it sounds weird, but I honestly think that it's just going to come down to who's tougher, who's stronger, who's grittier. And you know who's grittier? Shavkat Rakhmonov is grittier. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so I am going to go with Shavkat Rakhmonov by a 4th round or maybe 5th round TKO. Garry is going to put up a better fight than many people expect or are expecting. But Garry, man, don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him. He could pull something out, but I just don't think it's going to happen. There is a chance that he wins like the first 3 rounds and like squeaks it out against Shavkat, but I don't know, man. I'm just not going to pick it to happen. So, yeah, give me Shavkat Rakhmonov by a 4th round TKO. And moving on, we have Colby Covington returning for a big old payday to take on Joaquin Buckley. All right, Joaquin Buckley is by far the most improved fighter I've ever seen. All right, in just 1 year's time, he went from a win one, lose one journeyman in the middleweight division to being a top 10 ranked contender in the welterweight division, fighting Colby Covington. All right, headlining a fight night card in a crowded arena. And this fight is not going to be anything special. All right, it's absolutely not going to be anything special. I do think that Joaquin Buckley is going to dust up Colby Covington and make very, very easy work of him. Colby's not the same anymore, man. I mean, he's just not the dog that he used to be. He's literally coming off of the worst, sorriest performance and most disappointing performance I've seen in a while against Leon Edwards, and since then has not fought for a whole 12 months' time. So I just don't see Colby Covington turning back the clock or changing anything around in this time ago. All right? There is a chance that he could, bring back the old David Goggins, right? Get David Goggins in his corner like Tony Ferguson and bring back that dog mentality and push the pace on Joaquin Buckley. And if he does bring back those Usman fight Colby Covingtons, then I do think that he might be able to pull something off. But I'm not going to bank on that happening after seeing how he performed against Leon Edwards. And Joaquin Buckley, man, great fighter. Seriously. A lot of power, a whole lot of power, great cardio, fearless striking. He's fearless on the feet. And he's just riding this wave of confidence right now, and I just don't think that Colby Covington's going to be the one to break it. So overall, I'm going to take Shavkat by a 4th round TKO over Garry, and I'm going to take Joaquin Buckley by a 3rd round KO over Colby Covington. I'm so excited for these fights. Who's with me?